Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to my channel guys. I hope that all of you are doing good. The holidays are almost upon us, and since fragrances are a very popular choice when it comes to holiday gifts, I decided to do a short video where I'm going to show you 10 fragrances that have two things in common. First of all, they're good enough to be given as a gift, and the second thing is that they aren't very expensive, so they won't burn a hole in your pockets. I'll show you a total of 10 fragrances, and at the end I'll actually show you an 11th one, but that one will be under a specific condition, but I'll talk more about that when I get to the end of the video. Now the first 10 fragrances, I'll start with 3 that I think work great for the your younger members of your family, younger friends, or more youthful type of scents. And I'll start with a fragrance from the house of Lattafa that's called Hayaati, or some places call this Hayaati Black. Now this fragrance is a very sweet, very playful, youthful type of scent that's very reminiscent of something like Paco Rabanne Invictus, and also to the much hyped Rasasi Hawas. You get pretty much a similar style of perfumery. You get a strong, fruity note in the opening, a very strong apple note. It's mixed with some spices, mainly cinnamon, and the dry down you get some woods, you get a strong musky note, you get some sweetness from a vanilla note. As I said, a very youthful, very playful fragrance that works great for younger guys. Performance here is pretty decent. Price tag is super low, costs around about a $20–25 mark, and all in all, I think this is a great gift for a young guy. If you enjoy my videos guys, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell as well, so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Now, moving on to the second fragrance in this video is going to be again from the house of Lattafa, and this one is called Fakhar, or Fakhar Black as it's marketed some places. This is a fragrance that received a lot of hype, and this is Lattafa's take on the YSL EDP DNA. You get pretty much the same stuff as you get with the original. Again, fruity notes in the opening, strong apple note, some spices, some woods on the dry down, but this differs to the original by having more sweetness to it, making the whole fragrance, the whole scent a little bit more youthful, again a little bit more playful, and making it great for a present for a young guy. Performance again pretty decent. Price tag, this is a little bit more expensive than the first fragrance that I showed you, but the scent profile in here is pretty decent, and the whole packaging and the whole presentation is also nice. You get a nice bottle design as well. And the third fragrance is going to be from the house of Afnan, and it's none other than 9 PM. A fragrance that's been very hyped up in the last couple of years, still receives a lot of hype, and I think for a very good reason. This is Afnan's take on the Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Maux, Ultra Maux, DNA. You get pretty much the same players with one major difference. Instead of the sweet pear note that the original has, Afnan have went with a sweet apple note with 9 PM, making the scent profile a little bit fresher, a little bit less sweet than the original, a little bit more versatile, but all in all this remains a very, very youthful, very playful fragrance. Also a fragrance that's great for out nights, for clubbing and stuff like that. Performance, at least with older batches like I have, has been outstanding. Projection has been outstanding. Okay, now moving on to a few fragrances that are a little bit more versatile, have a little bit of an age factor to them, that are better suited for a little bit older guys, but though can work in pretty much any kind of scenario, any kind of weather, any time of the day, any season. And the first such fragrance is going to be from the house of Rue Broca, and it's called Theoreme. Now, theoretically, Theoreme is a fragrance, the scent DNA of this fragrance is fresh, and it's supposed to be, best worn in warmer weather, but this thing has enough of a performance and enough of versatility to be actually worn all year round. This is Rue Broca's take on the Bulgari's Tiger DNA. You get that fresh, juicy grapefruit note in the opening. The dry down, you got amber, you got musk, you got some spices, you got some woods. A very, very nice scent, and probably my favorite interpretation of the Tiger DNA. Fantastic performance, fantastic projection, super low price tag, around about the $25 to $30 mark. The next super versatile fragrance in this video is going to be from the house of Armaf, and it's called Club de Nuit Urban Man Elixir. One of the newer Armaf releases from earlier this year, and this is a very interesting mix, a hybrid between the Sauvage EDT and EDP DNA with a touch of pineapple that is reminiscent of something like Creed Aventus or Club de Nuit Intense Man. Combining two super versatile scent DNAs into one, pretty much you can guess the end result. Fantastic performance, fantastic projection, a compliment getting fragrance because of two very likable scents. Price tag pretty low what you get in return, and I know that the Sauvage DNA is pretty much hated in the fragrance community, but you cannot deny the fact that it's still to this day it works. It gets you compliment and it's super versatile, and this thing also has, as I said, great performance. And the last super versatile fragrance in this video is going to be none other than Club de Nuit Intense Man. In this case I have the EDP with me, but you can go with the EDT, you can go with the Pure Parfum, the limited edition Parfum. All of them are fantastic ways to do a gift to somebody, because again this is another super likable scent DNA, and the Club de Nuit line, all of the fragrances in this line have fantastic performance and fantastic projection, and these fragrances can be worn all year round without any problem. The next two fragrances are going to be a little bit more unisex and can be given to both genders as a gift without any problem. The first one is from the house of Armaf, and it's called Armaf Hunter Killer. Now, this fragrance is a clone of Mancero's Red Tobacco, and I know that some people will argue that this is a masculine scent, and I do agree that this leans a little bit more to the masculine side, but because this is a more mellow, softer version of Mancero's Red Tobacco, I think that this can be definitely worn by a girl without too much problem. Fantastic performance, fantastic projection. Also, I've noticed lately that the prices of Hunter Killer have started to drop, and in fact I'm wondering whether to actually get a backup bottle of this fragrance because I like it so much. And for the second unisex scent, I'll go with something that has been released in the past couple of months and has started to become to gather a lot of hype. A lot of momentum, in other words. It comes from the house of ZImaya, and it's called Sharaf Blend. This, in my opinion, I've said it already a few times, but this so far has been the best clone of Kilian's Angel Share. The best clone scent-wise. The opening is not super close to the original scent. The opening is sort of like a mix between Angel Share and Lattafa Camera, but the dry down is super close to the original scent. You get fantastic presentation with this fragrance, super high quality bottle, very nice box, fantastic performance as well, super high quality factor, and this fragrance is perfectly unisex. The next fragrance will be for those of you who are looking to give something as a gift that's a little bit more modern, and something that is close to a very popular designer scent out there, and that's my suggestion will be Lattafa Asad. This of course is Lattafa's take on the Dior Sauvage Elixir DNA. It's not super close to the original scent, but still a very high quality clone of Sauvage Elixir. Sauvage Elixir has been released in what's about two and a half years now, but it's still super popular to this day, and a clone of that fragrance I think is a great gift. You get very good performance with this fragrance, 9 to 10 hours of performance, nice projection, very high compliment factor as with the original fragrance. All in all, I think the Asad is a very good choice when it comes to picking up a gift, and it's also a very safe choice. My next suggestion will be for those of you who are looking for a gift to give to somebody who often attends to more formal meetings and a little bit dressed up scenarios and situations, and my suggestion will be Jean Lowe Ombre from the house of Maison Alhambra. This, as the bottle would suggest probably, is a very good clone of Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomad. Presentation wise, very close to the original. Scent wise, pretty close to the original. It's not like almost exactly the same. I have slightly you know, a better clone in my collection, but that one is way more expensive compared to Jean Lowe. You know, this fragrance is like with the original, is all about the mix of rose, oud, agar oud, amber, raspberry, incense, very formal, very serious type of you know, of scent that really works for, you know, more serious situations where you have to be dressed up, you have to be more formal. So if you're looking to give up a gift like that, definitely check out Jean Lowe Ombre from Maison Alhambra. And my last suggestion, my bonus suggestion will come under one condition, and that's if you can find it for a good price. And by good price I mean somewhere in between the $50 to $60 mark. The fragrance is from the house of Orientica and it's called Xclusif Oud Bleu. This is a super fantastic clone of Parfum de Marly's Layton. Scent wise is almost identical to Layton, a little bit more spicy, slightly more fresh, but also this thing outperforms my bottle of Layton by probably an hour, maybe even up to 2 hours. So to go along with the very similar scent, it also has better performance than Layton. So if you're looking to give Layton as a present or some scent that's close to Layton, definitely check out Orientica Xclusif Oud Bleu. But again, as I said, only under the condition that you can find this between $50 to $60, because this sometimes tends to be very expensive. My last suggestion in this video is going to be Orientica Xclusif Oud Bleu. And so guys, in today's video I showed you a total of 11 cheap or relatively cheap fragrances that can serve as a great gift to your loved ones for the holiday season. I hope that you found this video interesting or useful. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me in my next video. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.